Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's Advent Day 2.
All right, 2 matchups today. We have absolutely no idea what's in the glasses, so we're not going to introduce any bottles. You can follow along on the bottom of the screen. This is matchup number 1. There's another one immediately after this. We hope your bracket's doing well. We'll see how well it's doing after this.
Did you know that yesterday we picked the same glasses? I didn't realize that till after we were done. We are 2-0, baby.
Very simpatico.
I don't think it's going to last.
Go to the nose on glass number 1. Let's get right to it.
Like it.
It smells like another reasonably 100-ish proof bottle.
It smells like a 102. I'm going to go 102.
I'm waiting to get clobbered by some cask strength on the nose. It's not happened yet.
It's bourbon, obviously, but
Yeah.
I've got all the usual suspects. Bourbon, vanilla, bourbon.
It does smell like bourbon. You're not wrong.
Oak, vanilla.
Yeah.
I like nose number 2. Actually, adds a little bit something extra on nose number 2. A little marshmallow on this one. It smells fluffy, if something can smell fluffy.
Fluffy?
Yeah, like a marshmallow. There is a fruitness to it, and it's kind of like a pear or some sort of pear-like fruit.
Yeah.
Nothing that's like overly sweet. One of those oddball fruits that you tend to like, and I am like meh about.
I don't know why I'm being attacked. Let's sip glass number 1 here. Cheers.
This tastes a little proofier. I think
Yeah.
I think we've upped the proof point into the 10 something.
I agree. The mouthfeel on this is very nice. Sugary, oaky. The vanilla isn't as strong as I expected it to be.
I got sugar, oak, and cherry.
Yeah, the fruit there is cherry for sure.
It's warm. I actually think that it's over 110 now. One more sip and then I'm gonna go to glass 2.
Agreed. Oh, she's very tasty though. The sugar on this is exceptionally sweet. It's like a white sugar. There's definitely like a molasses in there too, but I wouldn't go brown sugar. I think it's more like you're left over with like the granulated sugar flavor at the end. That's sweet and delicious.
I like this one. I like everything. Not everything, but I'm pretty open about the things that I don't like. But you know, I'm not as
Discerning?
discerning as some whiskey channels. All right, on to glass number 2.
Here we go.
Oh. So there's something that I really like about this one from a bourbon drinking standpoint. Something that I'm thinking, sorry, you can see my wheels turning right now.
Yeah, I can smell smoke.
Totally. But like, if I would have drank this 2 years ago, I'd been like, out. And but now I'm like, no. Sit on this for a second because it is really delicious. Like there is something here that I really am enjoying. Sorry.
That's why on your bourbon report card these days it says shows improvement.
Shows improvement, exactly. Yeah, it's like every report card.
So this one
Talks too much, shows improvement.
Glass 2, not as complex, doesn't go on as much of a journey, but the flavors right off the bat are very big and very good. Mouthfeel, not as decadent, not as rich. The mouthfeel in glass number 1 I think was stellar.
This is kind of a sleeper for me.
Yeah, super sippable.
Yeah, she makes me want to drink more of it to kind of like find out the secrets. Like what? This is such a silly video already. Sorry.
I think you're doing great.
I'm really enjoying this.
I'm getting blackberry on it now, which is great. It's very tasty. On sip 1, I wasn't impressed with the mouthfeel. Sip 2, hanging around a little more, coating a little better, finish is lasting a little longer. I still would say it's not as complex, but what's there flavor-wise, very, very nice. So I'm going back to glass 1. I want to see if it continues to stand up now that we've had glass 2.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup.
There's nothing offensive about glass number 1.
No,
I actually think I know what I'm gonna do with this one.
Do you really?
In glass number 1, those flavors hit like hard and they're delicious, and then there's a hint of bitterness on the finish.
I agree.
On glass number 2, the bitterness comes at the front, and then you get hit with all of the flavors.
The way you just described that is absolutely perfect.
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, go.
I shouldn't be excited that we split, but sometimes I do get excited that we split.
Glass number 2 has sweetness, ends on sweetness, very good whiskey. I think it's great. Glass number 1, though, the mouth feels a little bit better. It's a little bit more well balanced, in my opinion, and it's just a flavor profile that I prefer.
So for me, glass number 2, I got that bitterness that we're talking about in both glasses out of the way, and then those flavors really shined, and it had a really wonderful finish, and that's why I decided to go with that one.
All right, so I'm choosing Super Good. You're choosing the logo glass. Let's look at what letter those are.
Oh, envelope.
For me, it's letter S. For you, it's letter R. These are the most random letters. We've done this the most convoluted way possible.
No, this is fun. Okay, so Super Good for you, S, right?
S for me, R for you.
S is the Bull Run.
Oh, Bull Run, the Portland
Didn't even
brand.
know that was in here.
That's 116.94 proof.
I did say
You
it
said
was
117.
117.
Fantastic.
Yes, 5 Sip Fridays.
So-
Always helping the channel.
And what did you yes. What did you guess? Letter R, what did you take?
And mine is the Jeppsons.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? I'm not actually sure I even liked that the first time I had it.
Have you even had that?
No, maybe not. So maybe I've never even drank this.
Unbelievable. So a Jeppson's bottle moves forward and a Bull Run bottle moves forward. There you go. That's matchup number 1 in the books for day number 2. Stick around. We're going to set up. We'll be right back with matchup number 2.
I love this randomness. I'm happy.
Day 2, matchup 2.
You are 3 for 3 with Super Good glasses. Can he make it 4 for 4, people?
Who cares?
We'll see.
On to the nose. Matchup number 2.
Oak.
Man.
I had to
Grape
search.
juice there?
Yeah, I had to search a little bit. Ooh, I like your grape juice.
Glass 2.
Yeah, I like this one. To me, it just smells like delicious pie filling.
Okay.
Like an apple, cinnamon, sugary pie filling.
Match 2. Cheers.
There's honey roasted nuts on that. That's funny. When I did my initial nosing of glass number 1, nothing like that. But as like the air kind of was brought into it, I got a lot of like honey roasted nuts and on the palate. But it did shift a bit.
That's very flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. That's richness there. Dark, oaky, brown sugary. Dark brown sugar.
It's not super long lasting finish, but
Yeah, I agree.
it has a nice finish.
It strikes me as a daily sipper, and it's very nice. I kind of want to pair that with a beer.
I think that would be wonderful. And a pizza.
Love a pizza right now.
I'm having a great time, by the way. We
Yeah?
didn't have a lot of intro because like we're in the second matchup, but you know, every time I get to like day 22 of the Advent Tournament, I'm like, oh my gosh,
A little burned out.
Yeah, I got to take a week off. But the excitement I feel in day 2 is just awesome.
Out of the gate, the tournament's great, but by the end of the month, we're pretty tired.
That one hadn't even hit the tongue yet, and I liked it. I had a little bit of pink bubble gum that shifted to, it's like a candy store that shifted to cherries and oak and sugar, white sugar. There's nothing deep about this flavor.
No, it's artificial candy sweetness. It's Jolly Ranchers, it's Dum Dum Suckers, it's things like that right out of the gate. I do think,
suckers.
yeah, this is a low proof head to head. I think.
Oh, totally.
It's like the lowest proof.
I actually didn't feel like it was going to be low proof from drinking glass 1, but glass 2 felt a little thin.
Yeah.
I do like the flavors of glass number 2.
There's no denying that it's a pleasant flavor profile.
I always think in terms of like, if I had a friend over who doesn't do all of this, right? Like, what would they like? This glass number 2 feels like that one.
That's really, really well said. I completely agree on that point. The mouthfeel is nice
Yummy.
without being cloying. It's
Yeah.
not overbearing. I think pleasant is the word for glass number 2.
Glass number 2 really does deliver on that everyday, let's get people excited.
Let's get people excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm going back to glass 1.
A little spice, a little thicker. Like even on the nose, you can smell that it's going to be a little bit richer.
Yeah. It coats great. The balance is great.
Oh, it's nice.
There's a touch of spice, to offset all that sweetness that you get with it as well. The oak is brilliant on this one. I think that might be my favorite part, is that really nice, rich, sweet oak. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I know. This glass number 2 was a little bit thin, so this was my Julie 2020 pick. I was like, oh, it's fun and light and thin, and the flavors were beautiful and like great, but there was a richness about glass number 1 in the super good glass that was really nice.
The balance on this super good glass is first rate. The oak, it strikes me as, even though it seems to be low proof, it is high flavor and an extended finish. The spice is perfect on it because it balances the sweetness. Glass 2 is all sweetness with no spice, and that's why for me it didn't finish there. So it's the super good glass for both of us. 4 for 4, there you go, yeah. And let's see, super good was glass letter J, the super random naming here. And letter I is the one that was dismissed. So what is glass J?
Oh, I had no idea, but I'm so happy. Glass J is Russell's Reserve 10.
Russell's 10 wins. Letter I is what it defeated.
Elmer T Lee.
Oh, no.
Because it's impossible to find.
Yeah.
And we're always like, yeah, it's delicious, but like, there's a lot of other stuff you could drink.
Yeah.
Hence, Russell's 10.
Here's the crazy thing about this matchup. Price-wise, they're about the same.
Yeah.
If you're getting Elmer T Lee on secondary, it's not the same. But MSRP, if you're getting it in Oregon where we are, virtually the same price. And it wasn't close. Russell's brought way more to the table than Elmer T Lee did. Thanks for sticking with us for the first 2 days. We hope that your bracket is fully intact.
Yeah.
I'm
happy that Russell's 10 moved. It is, I've said this on multiple videos, it's one of my go-tos every day. I love Russell's 10.
Thank you so much for joining us, and from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Forever on the shelf.
Still delicious.